Good day, I am Sardine C. Sabalo, and today I will be sharing with you the 7 C's of effective communication. So, in this presentation, you will discover the 7 C's of effective communication, what they are and why they matter. We will also look at how to apply each principle to everyday conversations, presentations, or written messages. And each C contributes to making your message more clear, impactful, and respectful. So let's begin. The first principle is the principle of clarity. Clarity means being clear about what you want to say and making sure that your listener understands what your message exactly as you intended. So, why is it important to be clear? Kasi unclear messages often lead to misunderstanding, wasted time, or even conflict. So, kailangan natin maging clear sa message na gusto natin iparating. So, paano tayo magiging clear? We should avoid using complicated terms or vague words, especially pag alam naman natin na unfamiliar yung audience natin sa topic na i-discuss natin. So, here we have an example. So, instead of saying, the implementation of new operational procedure will commence shortly. So, ang clearer way is, we will start using the new system next Monday. So, yung first sentence is, gumamit siya ng uncertain words like commence and implementation, while yung second sentence naman, nagbigay siya ng definite action and time, which makes yung message easier to understand. So, remember that clarity makes your communication more direct and easier to act on. So, moving on, the next principle is the principle of conciseness. Conciseness is about keeping your message brief but complete. So, yung goal natin dito is not to say less, but to say only what is necessary. Ginagamit yon importantly sa mga business or professional settings wherein time is valuable. So, here we have an example. Instead of saying, due to the fact that we are lacking sufficient time to complete the project, you can just simply say, we don't have enough time to finish the project. So, yung first sentence is too wordy siya and mahirap siyang i-follow. Maraming words. While yung second naman is much clearer and direct and nako-communicate niya naman yung same idea but in fewer words. So, nakaka-help siya na mag-save ng time and keeps the listener focused. So, remember na concise yung communication mo, your audience stays focused and more likely na matandaan yung mga key points. So, next is the principle of concreteness. The concreteness means being specific, detailed, and using solid facts or examples to support your points. So, it helps your audience to better understand and believe kung ano yung sinasabi mo. Instead na maging general, magbigay ka ng real data or clear descriptions or actual situations. So, here we have another example. Rather than saying, the event was well attended. So, pag yun lang yung sinabi mo, paano mo masasupport na well-attended yung event? So, ang mas concrete message would be over 300 students attended the event. So, the second sentence, it gives a real number. Nagbigay ka ng real number, which makes your statement stronger and more credible. Remember na concrete information reduces the doubt and supports your point clearly. And it also builds credibility and avoid misinterpretation. Next is the principle of correctness. Correctness refers to accuracy, not just in facts, but also sa grammar, spelling, and sentence structure. Binibigyan niya yung message mo ng professionalism and it ensures na yung message mo is taken seriously. Kasi, if your message is correct, mas professional siya pakinggan. And pag may mga errors kasi, it can distract your audience and madadamage pa yung credibility mo. So, may mga confusing words like there, and there. Especially in writing, na nagkakos ng misunderstanding. So, dapat ka mag-ingat and i-check yung mga spelling or grammar. Remember na using the right form of words and checking your facts help maintain professionalism and ma-prevent yung misunderstanding. And pag nagpe-present ka naman ng data, need mo i-double check yung numbers kung may na-miss ka ba or sobra para yung message mo is correct. So next is the principle of coherence. Coherence is about organizing your ideas logically, so yung message mo, it will flow smoothly from beginning to end. So, kasi kahit na you have good points, if yung message mo are presented in a disorganized way, mawawala yung audience mo. Hindi sila makakasunod kasi magulo yung message na kino-convey mo. So, here we have an example. If you want your message to be coherent, you can use transitions like first, however, as a result, and finally, because it helps guide the listener through your thoughts. So, mas magiging maayos, sunod-sunod yung message mo. And remember that coherent communication is easy to follow and keeps your audience engaged. So, next is the principle of completeness. Completeness it means that giving all the necessary information na kailangan ng listener mo to understand and take action. Pag yung message mo is incomplete, it can lead to confusion, delays, and need siya for back and forth clarification. So, paano siya magkakaroon ng delays? Pag mas maraming question, mas tumatagal, mas may nagagamit ng oras and nadidelay yung presentation mo. So, sa completeness, instead, for example, dito, if you're giving an extra instruction, pag sinabi mong submit your form, masyado siyang kulang. And it can lead to questions like where or when. Well, pag sinabi mong submit your form to the registrar's office by Friday at 5 p.m. and include a photocopy of your ID, it answers those questions in advance and saves everyone time. So, mas nandun na yung mga information na kailangan ng listener mo or audience mo. Remember that complete communication helps the listener feel informed and confident about what to do next. So, it also shows na you're thoughtful and prepared sa message mo. And next is the principle of courtesy. Courtesy is about being polite, respectful, and considerate in the way na nagko-communicate tayo. Kasi, pag kinausap natin yung audience natin in a respectful way, they are more likely to respond positively. Especially pag gumagamit ka ng kind and professional language. Kahit na nagbibigay ka ng feedback or kino-correct mo or nagko-correct ka. For example, instead of saying, you are wrong, you can say, let's go over this and see where we can improve. So, mas polite siya and mas kind siya pakinggan. So, it makes the other person feel respected, which pwede siyang mag-lead sa better cooperation. And nakakatulong siya to avoid conflict and mag-build ng good relationships between the speaker and the audience. Remember that courtesy helps create trust and openness, and it also shows emotional intelligence and respect sa taong kinakausap mo. Kasi communication is not just about what you say, but also how you say it. So that's all. And to summarize, the 7 C's of effective communication are clarity, conciseness, concreteness, correctness, coherence, completeness, and courtesy. So these principles are like a checklist na makakatulong sa atin to become a better communicators pag nakikipag-usap tayo, when we are writing an email, giving a presentation, or even posting online. So, by applying this consistently, marireduce yung misunderstandings, and makakabuild tayo ng stronger relationships and present ourselves as thoughtful and effective communicators. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope this presentation helps you in becoming more mindful and effective on how you communicate. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask and I would be happy to share more.